What's up, everyone? This is Miss Rosewood, and I'm here with Miss Rosewood Speaks, bringing you wisdom, beauty, and knowledge. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Today's video topic will be things I learned in my 20s. Things I learned in my 20s. When I tell you, when they say the 20s fly, the 20s fly. I am in my early 30s. Yes, very, and I'm loving my 30s. I'm gonna tell you that now. I love my 30s. Like, I'm living my best life, for real, for real. So I am in my early 30s, and one day I just jotted down some things that I personally learned when I was 20 that I feel made a great impact and a great difference in my decisions and my current lifestyle. And I want to share that with you guys. So let's get into it. One of the main things I've been saying, and I always tell young ladies, is my one rule: never settle. Date and explore your options. Have fun and get to know others. And when I say never settle and date, everybody don't have to be your boyfriend. Every man that wink your way, you don't have to imagine in your head y'all getting married and going on vacation and doing these things. No, date. And when I say date as well, everything doesn't have to be a 5-star dinner, Roof Chris, STK. If they offering, if they could got it like that, yeah. If they could do that, yeah. But when I say date, local libraries, some Friday nights, me, I'm into literature. Some Friday nights, I know libraries have adult night or certain nights where they have wine and they have book literature things. Do your local library, see what's going on there, see what kind of clubs they may have there. Things like arts and culture festivals, especially during the summertime. I always say the summertime is like the best time to date because there's so many festivals, arts, cultures. You get to see what people like, what people don't like, what people are into. Whatever city or state you live in, anything dealing with art and culture, you can do those things. Those things, simple dates. The pier, most piers in most cities are near prevalent things. You can have restaurants near the pier. You can have food trucks near the pier. You guys could food truck hop. You can also do those things. So when I say date and explore your options, yes, date properly. If this gentleman would like to take you on a proper date, if he wants to bring you somewhere nice and impress you, of course. But also explore your options as well. Because sometimes sitting at that restaurant, you're only limited with so much things. You want to be on your best behavior. You know, you want to look your best, of course, but you can look your best anywhere. That's anywhere. But a restaurant, I always feel like restaurant dates kind of like limit you because you're sitting in the restaurant for 2 to 3 hours. Half the time you're drinking, eating. You either gonna get sleepy or full. You won't want to go home. So date and explore other things and prominent things within your community and things you personally like for yourself. Two, put yourself out there. And when I say put yourself out there, jobs, parties, friends, events, networking is key in your 20s. When I say I am so thankful, I am and still is, but I feel like I'm kind of winding down. I'm a social person. From high school all the way into my 20s, I was and is still social. When I say put yourself out there, especially like jobs and parties, events, you there are so many people I've met in most of my jobs to this day. I still get a call from when it comes to an annual birthday, the July 4th holiday. I had 3 barbecues to go to. I couldn't even keep up. So many networking and friends and bonds that I made in my 20s through my jobs, careers, school, education, internships, things like that. Network in your 20s, okay? Yes, we all have our set of friends. Yes, we all have that one good ride or die, but network. And networking too is more than just going to the club or to the bar. Now, granted, when you are going to hanging out in that bar in these club settings, please do not be afraid to network. And that don't even mean getting drunk. You don't have to be out here drinking. and drink it till you drop when you out here in these social parties and these networking. Get cool with that promoter. Instagram is your friend. I had to deactivate my Instagram because I had so much people on my damn Instagram too. If you use Instagram, Instagram is your friend. Keep in touch with that promoter. My advice too when networking, especially if you like to network with the party scenes, get cool with a DJ. If you got one or two DJs you rock with, they gonna send you them flyers. Bring your girls, bring your girls, bring your girls, and best believe if you bring your girls, make sure that DJ gonna hold you down with a drink or two. So that's as well as a networking tip that I have for the girls in your 20s, especially if you are a girl in your 20s that likes to hang out and let loose, let her hair down, and have a good time, as well as, like I said, jobs. Jobs, sometimes you must remain professional. Do not get too close to people in the job, but there does come a time in jobs you work every day, you get connected with people, you can network through the job too. Networking in a job after work hours can be easy sometimes too. Picnics, holiday gatherings. One time I had a job. The manager had a run club, and even if you wasn't into running, we could walk. Things like that. If you know somebody that's into run club, go do a run club with them, or walk in club with them. Picnics. I know some jobs have annual picnics or annual family days. Go to your job's annual family day. Go to your job's annual picnic. Those are ways you network within your job and your community. And the best way for networking, I always learned me personally within a job. Realistically, nobody's going to stay at a job forever. I know so many people that left jobs 5 and 7 years ago. They still reach out to me and let me know this or let me know that. So these are also ways you can grow within yourself too in your career because people can let you know if another job that they're at is hiring and making more money too. We all want some money. So that's another way too you can network professionally. Tip number 3. Tip number 3. Save some money. Yes, live your life, but always have a savings of at least 2,500. Now, I can admit my early 20s, 20 to my 24ish, 25, I couldn't really save. I just finished school, was looking for a job, got jobs. Then you get stable, you start helping out around your home. You want to catch up on life, buying this, buying that. You didn't get to have this in your early 20s and your teens. Now you're buying this. But once you get a steady income, especially your first full-time job, because in your 20s is different for everybody. Most time you're in school from age 20 to 22, 23. I say once you hit 24 or 25, and you finishing up with school and those kind of things, and you have more of a consistent job and a consistent income, my friend, you need to start saving. Even as little as $25 every payroll, put it in a savings account, something. Saving is your friend. At least 2,500. Once I learned how to save, and I'm somebody I like to hang out and I like shoes and bags. But once I learned, I had bought all the shoes that I ever wanted and bags I had ever wanted, it was time to save that money. And a savings can help you out a lot. Also, too, as we mature and grow within our 20s, things happen. You need to have security. You're going to want to have a nice ride. Things happen with your ride. Things around the house. If you are still living with family, that is a blessing. But if you did choose to move on, things happen within your home. You want to have something to back you up. I even say it like this: a friend might be randomly getting married or having a birthday celebration where it's a destination trip. You might want to have at least $1,000 to just say, hey, I'm going to go on this trip, book this flight, book this hotel, and I'll put in my savings for the next 3 to 6 months back this $1,000. So sometimes, too, having your savings can come in handy for those little random destination trips to celebrate with friends and family as well. Because as we mature and as we get older, you'll have those calls where people are having destination weddings. You'll have those calls where friends are having destination trips. You want to have you a little nice 2,500 sitting so you could just book you a flight and a hotel. And as you're working, put back into the account. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, make sure to build your credit. That's a must, and that will help you a lot after the age of 25. I can gladly say I'm thankful for when I started college. I actually, of course, got a credit card in college, but I was very responsible. I did so much research, so much I learned what credit was. Like, I learned everything about credit. My credit helped me so much in my early 20s. Now, what I will say, I am in my 30s. I had to rely on my credit at one point. Not saying I'm in debt, but me thankful enough that I had built my credit helped me out in hard times. So when it came to things, so now realistically, yes, I'm paying back things, but I'm thankful my credit was strong in my 20s because when I got in my late 20s and early 30s, I had to rely on my credit at a point. So it helped me out a bit when it came to hardships. So focus on your credit. Keep it going. You don't even need no more than two credit cards. I would say no more than one. No more than $1,500 limit. And don't go spending it everywhere. Use it for Netflix. Use it for the I always say use your credit cards for your Netflix, your Apple Music, things like that. Make a revolving balance, no more than 30%, and you pay that every month and pay it on time. Credit will help you when you start looking for apartments, when you start wanting nice little vehicles. Your credit will help you. It will come in handy. You don't want to be in your 30s walking around with the busted up things you just had to just settle for. You don't want to be that one in your 30s with a 10, 15-year-old car and you could have worked on your credit and got you something at least within the past 2 to 3 years. Tip number 5. This is actually one of my personal favorites, and I always share this to young ladies. Hookup culture is not it. You date with intent or you be exclusive. Okay? And if you break up after 6 to 12 months, move on. But as well as you're moving on, you focus on your goals. Now, that was a little long, but what I'm going to start off with is hookup culture is not it. Hookup culture is not it. Yeah, we like to hang out. Your hormones is raging. You see this cute guy at the club. It ain't it. Make him work and make him show his worth. And half these guys you're gonna meet out and about, they ain't worth it. When they take that hat off and they take them jeans off and them sneakers and those whatever they wear, whatever's new, whatever's hot and whatever's new now, they ain't worth it. A lot of these guys ain't worth it. You see how they live, you see their conditions. It's not worth it. Hookup culture is not it, sweetie. Make him buy you drinks. Y'all may hang out at the bar. After the club, y'all hang out. That's it. You go home. Even if you got to get car service, Uber, something, Lyft, you go home. Always have your Uber money too. Go home. That's one. And don't let these guys with these nice little fancy cars fool you. Do not let them fool you because that's all they got half the time. And they holding on by a string. They praying the repo man ain't around the corner every time they turn the corner. Okay? So don't let these guys fool you. Do not be hooking up with these guys that look like they got it because a lot of time flashy ain't real. Part 2 of that, date with intent or be exclusive. When I say this, I mean everybody's not meant to be together. I'm not married and I don't have any children. I done dated. But I knew when me and somebody wasn't going to be together. And when you realize, when you know you and someone are not going to be together, that's when you have to realize what is your intentions with them. If you know you're not going to be exclusive, let's be for real. If you know you and somebody are not really on the verge of being exclusive, what is the intent? Are we dating because I live on this side of town, you live on this side of town? Are we dating because you work over here and I work over here? We could just meet up and hang out on Tuesdays, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can have you a nice little Tuesday date every Tuesday, but just keep it at that. That's the intent. Say you have a certain aesthetic that this person likes. You like to dress up, wear heels. This person likes to go to galas. You can be his gala date. That's the intention. But if you know you're not going to be exclusive and doing these things, making it past those dates, do not do not make it more than what it's supposed to be. Be upfront, be clear, and be direct, and let them know we are not together. We can hang out. If you want to go to the movies when movies come out on Fridays, sometimes movies Tuesdays. I know most people go to movies on Tuesdays for the specials. Y'all can do that. That's y'all intent to be with one another. But if y'all not going to be exclusive, make it clear. Don't hurt nobody. Don't play with nobody's feelings. And same with these men. Don't let no man play with your feelings. Also, this is what I also say. If you break up with someone after 6 to 12 months, always focus on your goals. Give it 6 to 12 months. So let me break that down a little bit because I feel like I confuse my own self. If you and someone that you're dating, if y'all choose to break it off, I say give it about if you break it off after 6 or so months, give your focus on your goals. Don't hop on to the next man and hop on to the next tree or even leave because this one got this and this one got that. Focus on your goals. It's always something to do, ladies. You see, I'm on this microphone. I had this YouTube channel probably before most people was born. I used to post, stopped posting private so many videos, deleted so many videos. Now I'm back posting. This is a goal for me right now. We're not gonna be out here bed hopping. We're not gonna be out here car hopping. We're not gonna be out here boyfriend hopping. If you break up with someone and you realize after 6 months it's not gonna work, let it go and just continue to focus on your goals. Don't hold on to these relationships for 12 to 24 months, 3 to 4 years, wasting your time. If you feel like after 6 months you and somebody is not going to work, you have to make that clear. Nobody wants to be wasting their precious 23 to 25 years, 26, 27-year old stressing over no man. Mm-mm. You shouldn't be stressing over no man at any age, but especially in your early 20s. Tip number 6. This how I'm gonna give it to y'all because this was me, and I'm somebody I benefited. When I say tip number 6, party, party, party. In your 20s, party, but also party with other cultures. Not whatever your culture is. Yes, know your culture for real. Know who you are. Know where you come from. But party with other cultures too. Party with other cultures. You'll meet so many people and you'll gain so many opportunities where you'll step out of your comfort zone. Me personally, when I got about 23, 22, 23, I'm from New York. Started partying in the village, Soho, you name it. Used to meet so many people, so many diverse people. I used to party a lot with my Hispanics. I used to party a lot with my Dominicans. We used to have a good time. And one thing I like about partying with other cultures, you'll see what is more like prominent to them. Some people like to just party for the outfits, the culture. I feel like more with I'm a Black American, but I hang out with Caribbeans as well. With Caribbeans and Black Americans, Caribbeans they want to dance, they want to have a good time. Black Americans, we more like showboat. We put our shoes on, we put our outfits on, we get our bottles, our tables, things like that. Some other cultures like Hispanic culture, you may get more of a theme party, a party where it's the food. Everybody's like family style. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody's there. We just having a good time. Things like that. Been to little pubs, little bars, and you'll see how certain things people drink. Certain beers. You get educated on beer. I always tell people just because you're out partying, that doesn't mean you're getting like drunk as a skunk. No. You don't want to be out here partying and getting drunk all the time too. That's another thing in your 20s. Don't be getting drunk all the time. Because I had my days where I used to drink, but I got to a point where I was like, I'm not drinking like that. I had to slow down. Slow down. Don't be out here drinking like that too when you're partying. That's another tip. But you'll even learn more about other cultures. You'll even like so many different executives and places, you'll get introduced to and just know what different cultures do, what different cultures eat, what different cultures drink, especially themes. I love a theme party. Theme party me. I love a dress code. I love a color. And that is what is instilled with me. It's to the point where I'm not going to somebody's party if it's not even at least a theme. You got to wear some kind of color, or you got to wear something, dress code, because I don't want to be the only one in the party dressed up and y'all looking at me. I've been to so many parties and people keep coming up to me, looking at me. Yes, hello, how you doing? Why you ain't put yours on? So when I say party, party, but also party with other cultures too. Learn different foods, learn different dances, learn different music. You know, that's another thing as well. Don't just get too comfortable with the music and grew up with, or the music you listen to in your home with your family. Learn other songs too. Learn other popular legends in other communities. from other cultures as well. I know we have like a big influx in Afro beats and piano. That's good. That's good because we all want to learn different genres of music, learn different cultures. Nigerian weddings, oh, forget about it. Who don't love a Nigerian wedding? Like I'm looking for the next Nigerian wedding. Comment down below if you want to invite me and you're Nigerian because I love it. I have a beautiful hair wrap. One of an old Nigerian lady I used to help with at one of my old jobs. She gave me a nice hair wrap one time. You learn so much. You learn from different cultures, even by just networking and partying with them as well. Tip number seven. Tip number seven. And I'm going to save this one for the last. This is going to be the last tip. Everyone is not your friend. Yes, your mama was right. Everyone is not your friend. But most importantly, support those who support you. If you're doing and giving and there's no reciprocation, they're in competition or they're using you. So I'm going to say that again. Everyone is not your friend. And I'm reading this, okay? Everyone is not your friend. Support those who support you. If all you're doing is giving and there's no reciprocation, they're either in competition or they're using you. And I'm going to say this, when I was in my 20s, my head was on straight. When I was, first of all, when I was in high school, I used to be in two different clubs. I was in the school play. I used to be in like this club because I went to school for mental health. I used to be in this club with the social worker. She used to have a girls group for us. We used to learn about she used to just teach us all kinds of things: sexual education, mental health. We used to do volunteering in schools. We used to do gardening, things like that. So even when I was in high school and then I went to college, my head was on straight. Went into college, handled my business, met a million people. I met so much people in college. It's people in college to this day. I can't even remember their names, but if I see their face, they know where they know me from. And yeah, it's my I always say, I remember in my 20s, you're always in your 20s, you're always going to have, it's going to be a split, especially if you're transitioning. And this goes more for early 20s versus later 20s. In your early 20s, it's going to be a split because you're going to have your friends straight out of high school. They're going to want to just be hanging out. They may not be as motivated. They got more freedom. Remember, you're 20 now. You got freedom. You're supposed to have a job or you're supposed to have an income. Most of us having boyfriends at 20, most of us in relationships. You're gonna have the friends that want to focus, just hang out, that want to be with their boyfriend all day and their partners all day. Then you have friends that may get pregnant, may not work out. You'll have friends, maybe they didn't really have their mind on right. They didn't want to go to school. Now they can't really find a job. If they do find a job, they may have to work something very small, minimum hours, minimum wage. So then you'll have that split. And I always tell the young ladies, if you clicked on this video, I'm pretty sure you got your head on straight because you're looking for that advice. You're looking for something that with motivation. If you're a young lady in your early 20s, you have your motivation, your discipline, you're in school, you're working, you have your own business, you have your fashion, you have your clothes, you do makeup, you do hair, you do something with yourself. You have to your eyes on, keep your eyes on everybody. Yes, we all want to have friends. We don't want to always think like, oh, everybody out to get me. No, but you have to know who is your friend and you have to know who supports you. And when I say support you too, if I'm in school and I tell you, oh, I'm going to do this, come with me to Target. Let's go look at the things I'm gonna need. If I need to go to a library or something, come with me to the library. Let's see how we could do this or fix this. But you'll also have friends who may not want to go with you to do these things, but then let it be something they want to do or go to, and they scared to go by themselves. They'll call you. Don't be the friend that always be like, yeah, I'm coming, I'll come with you. Because that's the reason why they called you, but they won't ever go with you somewhere. So those are things you have to watch out for as well in your 20s when it comes to friendships. Another thing too, like I said, if you're the friend that's always doing and giving, if you're the friend always paying for dinner, if you're the friend always saying, hey, let's go to happy hour, I'll pay. Oh, let's go to brunch, I'll pay. Let's go to the movies, I'll pay. They can be, like I said, using you or in competition with you. You always have to watch out too. If you the friend always handing out the invites and they have excuses, but then they go around the world with other people, those are things you have to be mindful of as well too. I've had plenty of situations where I would bring friends places they never even could pronounce. Okay, I used to bring friends places things they couldn't even pronounce, and they will go with other people showing off the stuff I showed them or put them onto or bought with for them. So these are things you got to catch early. Catch it early, because the time is money. But remember, you can't get your 20s back. You can't get your youth back. You invest in yourself. Don't be out here supporting everybody doing this with this person and doing this with that person, and they can't even commit to just saying, "Hey, friend, I love you. Here's perfume. Have a nice day." It don't even have to be nothing expensive. A lot of times, like I said, you got to also be mindful who's in competition with you. If I bought some from Gucci slides and you want to up it and get Dolce, oh, excuse me, you wasn't wearing Dolce before I bought Gucci, so what made you buy that? You know? So those are things too you got to be mindful, because that's how competition start. If you know me and I'm always wearing Michael Kors handbags, but yeah, you want to up it and get 2 Louis bags, but I got like 8 Michael Kors handbags. You trying to up it on me? You in competition because yeah, it's 8 Michael Kors handbags, but guess what? I can afford that. I pay cash for it. You know, I ain't gonna wear them Louis bags down. You gonna wear that Louis bag down to the ground. I'm gonna switch up my handbags. I'm gonna switch up all these bags, okay? So these are little things you could kind of start seeing when people have secret competition. So keep in mind too, especially in your early 20s, you're all trying to find yourself. You're trying to network, you can know who's who and who's what. Little things like that. That was 7 things that I learned in my 20s, okay? Whoever is watching this video, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you take this knowledge, and feel free to comment. Feel free to ask any questions. This page is for wisdom, beauty, and knowledge, because I'm giving you all my wisdom and knowledge through the years, as well as with some beauty tips when I do drop makeup and skincare videos. But yes, please leave your comments if you have any questions, especially young ladies in their 20s. If you are a lady in her 30s or older, please leave some suggestions in the comments for the ladies to come back into and see and read. And I thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and then subscribe. All the best.